I didn't even tell you, like, because now we're in the YouTube video. But our docket today, we are going to do the dulls, and then we might have an hour or so of something else. Maybe Ball X Pit, maybe Final Sentence, and then we got Jackbox. It was a late game audible today. I normally expect Wednesdays to be low chance of group content because Apollo has Among Us. But I guess he's starting to peel back the Among Us, probably because I've started listening to the 50 tips to be a good crewmate and an even better imposter. So he doesn't want the smoke anymore because I keep calling his bluff. He back in the day, he knew he could mog me because he thought that I didn't know when I was an imposter. You never fake a one task. You only fake two-step tasks so that when people see you do it, they don't expect the meter to go up that fast. But now that I know, I mean, that's a problem. That's a problem. For him. For me, it's nothing. Nobody plays with taskbar on anymore. Has someone told Steve Ballmer? Has someone told Steve Ballmer I can't get the taskbar off my damn screen these days? Trying to watch a movie, all of a sudden, it's like there's a traffic jam 8 kilometers away. Who cares, man? I don't care. I'm like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive. I don't care. This is The Shining, bro. This is... Could this be Driving Miss Daisy? It has that kind of color palette to it. Could this be... okay, that's Albert Brooks and Dan Aykroyd. I think it's very Aykroydian. Is this Defending My Life? I have no idea. I'm not that well versed in the Albert Brooks filmography, to be honest. I also don't know how to spell broadcast because I have tangled tau proteins in my brain from drinking too much diet soda, but at least I haven't been drinking Starbucks protein lattes found to contain dangerous levels of heavy metals. It's crazy that you're not The Shining. Because this is very Shining coded, even though you're not the right act. I think you're the dude from The Shining, man. This has to be like a Stephen King movie. John Lithgow, is this like Twilight Zone, the movie? John Lithgow on the plane? You fucking got it, man! Holy fuck! You're going to say, how did you get that? I think I knew that John Lithgow was in Twilight Zone, the movie. And then also, there's a Twilight Zone episode where there's something on the wing. And I guess those two things just work together on this one. Also, I guess this is probably a set now that I think about it. You don't see this type of fucking boxy-ass airframe anymore, man. I think this is like a 767 maybe? Can somebody see what kind of airplane they were using in Twilight Zone, the movie? Most neurotypical man of all time. This looks like the airframe of a Boeing 767. I'm just from the corner that I can see here. Or maybe it's an MD-80. It could be an MD-80. A Boeing 1337? No, okay. All right. I disavow John Landis. I don't think you have to disavow John Landis if you were born like 10 years after this shit happens. I'm not saying you got to hand it to him. I'll disavow him because this movie might have come out when I was alive, even though I wasn't watching it. But I think you're virtue signaling a little bit. Yeah, we know. We're not fucking with John Landis, okay? Werewolf in London, kind of sick though. I haven't seen that one. I'll put it on the watch list. Unless I find out that he was going around biting people for real, in which case I will not put it on the watch list. I'll watch something worse made by a nice guy instead. Who caught the most TDs from Kurt Warner during his career? I know this. His name is Bruce Holt. Steve Holt. Is it Isaac Holt? Am I confusing Robert Holt? I'm confusing Isaac Bruce and someone else named Holt. I'm Tory Holt? Tory Holt, maybe? But could it be Isaac Bruce instead? Who was it? Who was it? It could be Larry Fitzgerald, because Larry Fitzgerald was on the Cardinals. Oh, it was Larry Fitzgerald anyway. Kurt Warner, he's blessed with some good receivers, man. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald. We gotta be nicer to Kyler Murray, man. He's got accountants and electricians catching his passes. I know because I got them on my fantasy team. Chris Middleton and Marvin Bagley are currently on what Eastern Conference team? The Knicks. I have no idea. The San Francisco Giants defeated this team in the NLCS in both 2012 and 2014. Probably the Cardinals. They've been pretty good. Yeah! Cardinals were good back then. Host, no, that's all right. I don't really want to unlock one password for this one. Host to multiple UFC. Thanks for the heart attack, though. Host to multiple UFC events following COVID. Yas Island, aka Fight Island, is located in what country? Where the hell is Fight Island, man? I feel like it's a lot of. This could it be North Korea? Just say that this. Let's say it's Mexico. I have no idea. It's UAE. That makes sense. That's Adam Scott and Demi Moore. Chalk another one up for HC Justin. Looks like Marcel Dion. If I may say so, that one's really easy though, because. I mean, that's Demi Moore's face, and nobody has the hair and beard combination of Adam Scott. And I can see you typing. What about Wes Bentley? Ever since the fuck-ass Hunger Games movie, Wes Bentley has not been rocking this, okay? Maybe non-contemporaneous Wes Bentley shares the Adam Scott phenotype, but contemporary Wes Bentley is looking a lot different than contemporary Adam Scott, okay? She's old? Yeah. Haven't you seen the movie? Everybody doesn't like something, but nobody doesn't like is a partial slogan for this sliced bread named after a woman. Wonder. It's not Wonder. It's not Wonder Woman. Name a food associated with Popeye. Chicken. Currently starring as Ed Geins on Netflix's Monster. Charlie Hunnam played Jax Teller on Sons of Anarchy, I'm sure. Has to be Sons of Anarchy. Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro starred in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's it. This rapper had albums in the 2010s with Acid Rap and Coloring Book, and has been featured on hit songs like Justin Bieber's Holy and DJ Khaled's I'm the One. I know that I'm the only one. I'm just going to say that's Khalid. It's not Khalid, yo. I don't know who. It's Chance the Rapper. I prefer Community Chess the Rapper, to be honest with you. We the best. This might be a scoregami, man. -2. How do you not know Chance the Rapper? I think I saw him on SNL once. Well, here's the thing. He had like a goated run, right? But by the time I found out that he had a goated run, it was because his new album was not good. So it seemed like a bad time to buy. People were like, this... By the time I found out he was good, it was because people were like, the new album's way worse than his old stuff. And I was like, well, I'm not going back. So I'm buying low. This is family business. These are Fords. Those are all Fords. But am I being trolled? Nah, no shot. Those are Ford models. Lima bean, kidney bean, navy bean. Is the Olympic bean what they call the thing in Chicago? Is that the Olympic? No. Is it called the infinity bean? I'm realizing I'm now falling twice for the red herring. Delta, Bravo, Lima, and Golf are NATO phonetic alphabet. Yeah. This is just like if you're doing a lot of puzzles, you just need to always, like, one of the first things you should ask yourself is, are these words in the NATO phonetic alphabet? They use it in crosswords, they use it in cryptics, now they're using it in connections, no surprise. Are these like types of swimming pool? Olympic pool, infinity pool, kiddie pool, kidney pool? Types of swimming pools. Navy vacuum great elephant. Old? Old blank? Anyone know? What's a kidney pool? It's shaped like a kidney bean. Types of seals. What's the great seal? Great seal. Is it an animal? It's the USA logo. Oh, the one. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. I know the one you're talking about. Kiss from a Rose on the Gray. He was spitting with that one, man. He was spitting with that one. The more I get of you, the stranger it feels. Yeah, yeah. More searches. Xanax or Cowboys? Dallas Cowboys. Xanax would be a hell of a Scrabble word. What? I mean, I didn't give it much thought. I was just wondering who the hell's Googling Samsung. You could see why people would Google Dallas Cowboys. When do they play? What's their schedule? What's their record? Give me some stats. How old is Jerry Jones, et cetera, et cetera. I guess tech support, sure, but the Samsungs don't break. So, this sounds crazy. Maybe I'm in a bubble, man. This is okay. Let's start with the obvious. Elvis, more enduring popularity than Shania Twain. Shania Twain was huge. The only thing I don't know is, are people still fucking with, man, I feel like a woman, whose bed have your boots been under? That don't impress me much. You're still the one, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like maybe people are rocking probably Elvis a little bit more. She's still doing well. Bad Bunny is the most popular artist in the world. Even though I'm not trying to brag, because for all I know, he could be making great stuff. But I could not name a Bad Bunny song, but that's okay. I think that Halsey is popular, but I think Bad Bunny clears. Ava Max, no disrespect. This is one of the things where I'll be very disappointed in Europe if Ava Max has more than Halsey. Because I don't think I've ever heard an Ava Max song and been like, damn, who is that? Every single one is like the cheesiest song of all time. There's no shot. Only Oni Pixel listens to Ava Max. Wiz Khalifa's tough, man, because he was really popular like 15 years ago. And people are probably still rocking See You Again, but I gotta go Ava Max on that one. But now this is another one where I'm kind of confused, because I know Cardi, because sometimes people in chat just spam Cardi. You can see them now spamming Cardi. So he's really popular. But Wiz Khalifa, he kind of crossed over into like grocery store. Also, like your mom might listen to it in her GMC Yukon on the way to work, right? How can we not talk about family now that family's all that we got? I don't think your mom's going to be bumping Cardi. Let's do it. It's got to be Cardi over Lil Pump. It's got to be Metallica over Lil Pump. This is tough. I feel like Sam Smith was very popular and is now in a popularity valley, whereas Metallica has an enduring popularity. Never mind. I forgot that England exists. My bad, y'all. Still, that was a tough. We weathered some good ones there. This one's really tough, man, because Oh, I also forgot it's October. People love streaming Unholy in October. The heuristic in more or less is if they bring you an old movie that you haven't heard of, it's probably because it's one of the best movies of all time. Now, normally that bears out, but Catch Me If You Can is also one of the highest rated movies on IMDb. But I still gotta go Gold Rush. Oh shit. 8.1. Ah! It's gonna be Gold Rush over Project X. I appreciate they nut checked me there. Spencer was maligned, right? Project X maybe clears Spencer. Power of the Dog is considered boring, but probably clears Spencer. I mean, how many times am I going to lose on Power of the Dog, man? I feel like it's hard to vote for Power of the Dog, but horror gets rated low. And this movie made me throw up, honestly, so I don't mind clicking on this. People they have the same cynicism towards horror movies, unfairly, I would say, that they have towards action movies. No matter how good a horror or an action movie can be, it can never be as good as like a Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep drama about a newspaper. So Harry Potter is sadly probably going to clear. And then Amma. This is an interesting one because I don't know anything about it. And for 8 years, I've had it confused with Ma by, well, now I'm Mother by Park Chan-wook. Ma is the Octavia Spencer movie. So there's Amma, Ma, Mother, another Mother with Jennifer Lawrence, and then the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, which is not related, but just don't forget that it exists. I still think it's going to be Harry Potter. I didn't know Amma was... I had nothing about Amma in my head. The Sting is obviously going to be higher. It won 7 Academy Awards. Turning Red, I feel like is pretty good, but I think it usually ends up in these in like the mid to high 7s. Probably because it's like Americans for the first time watching a movie that doesn't take place in their country. And then I got to give A Beautiful Mind the props here because Adam Smith was right. It's that easy. They're like, what the hell? This movie takes place in an English-speaking city in North America, but it's not New York or Los Angeles? I can't relate to this at all, man. Good, more or less. Oh, we're learning a little bit more about music. 6 Romaine Hearts. Okay, this is crazy, because 6 Romaine Hearts should be like $2.99. But the lettuce from Costco, real Costco heads will know, the lettuce at Costco goes crazy, especially if you can get that like butter leaf lettuce that is still connected, like the roots are still in soil when you buy it. Oh, that's some of the best lettuce you can get. What's that brand again? It's called like Farm Boy or like Lettuce Boy or something like that. I can't remember. Andy Boy, real Costco heads in chat. There we go. I still think this is gonna be pretty cheap. I think it's gonna be like $5.99. I think this is gonna be $3.99. I think this is gonna be $1.99. I think it's gonna be $2.99. We'll take those. It's free, man. Here, go ahead, say the word. Say the word. It's mostly water. Yeah, now do the land, bro. Now do the land. Not to mention, okay, now I understand because you guys are all buying Huel. No wonder Huel is so expensive. I didn't realize it had so many heavy metals in it. Like, that's shit that I think needed to be mined. They had to mine it out of the ground to put it in the pea protein. So now I understand why you're so pressed about paying, like, lead prices for vitamins and water. You're like, damn, I could be getting 10 to 20 micrograms of lead for this, man. Those are lead prices. I'm paying lead prices for water? The FDA doesn't test supplements. I know, it's so funny. That was one that might have been the start of me getting radicalized. Hey, Framed, thank you. But Framed was when I found out that the stuff that's named like, Harambe blood, I personally, I would like to think that they would test it more because the name is incredibly suspicious. But instead they go, well, that's just too hard to test. So we're not gonna say you can't sell it. We're just gonna say we're gonna wash our hands of it. Yeah, you can put it in the pharmacy. You can put it in the pharmacy. You can sell it at CVS. You can sell it on Amazon. But it would be way too expensive to make sure that they weren't putting poison in it. So buyer beware. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna say it's Suriname today. Suriname compilation when? I'm gonna say it's Tunisia. We're gonna say that it's Czechia. We're gonna say it's not Czechia. We're gonna say it's Chad. We're going to say it's Ethiopia. We're going to say it's Benin. We're going to say it's Nigeria. We're going to say it's Ghana. Oh, yeah! At first, I thought it was going to be Senegal. At first, I thought it would be Senegal, and then I said, no, Senegal's further away. That's where you hit him with the, what was it? That's where you hit him with the Ghana. I know parts of the map. We're getting there. This one feels really easy, and I hope that it's Portugal, because if it's not Portugal, I'm gonna fucking freak out. Okay. We take those. Portugal the country? Yeah. Portugal the country meeting Portugal the man. December 29th, 2000. Okay, I'll tell you right off the bat, this is pre-Lord of the Rings, but it's right in that like Beautiful Mind corridor, but I think Beautiful Mind was a Miramax film. So I don't think any of these apply, but I'm in my bag right now. This is the first semester of 7th grade. Have you guys seen what Ian Thorpe is doing in the Sydney Olympics? Like, okay, that's where we're at. I'm back. There's a movie starring Tom Hanks that came out. It's Catch Me If You Can. No, yes, no. It's an adventure drama starring Tom Hanks, also starring Helen Hunt. It's Castaway. Have you guys seen Castaway yet? No, I'm waiting for it to come to Blockbuster. Paramount Pictures with 115 million, starring Mel Gibson from 2000. Post Payback. So it's what women want, what a girl wants, what a girl needs, whatever makes you happy sets her free. And I'm thanking you for showing exactly. Warner Brothers had a movie that's probably awards bait because it grew in its second week or it expanded. Sandra Bullock from the year 2000, Miss Congeniality 1 probably. Miss Congeniality, the first one. Good word of mouth obviously carried that to a higher second week. That doesn't happen that often these days. 43 million from Universal with good legs. Nicolas Cage 2000, post City of Angels. It's like The Weatherman or The Family Man. Comedy, drama, romance, fantasy, 2 years pre-adaptation. The Family Man? That's The Family Man. Okay, Téa Leoni, my queen, respectfully. $50 million. Walt Disney Productions, 18% up in its third week. It is animated. It stars David Spade. That's a tough one for a guy like me. It's All About Me. Also, John Good. Oh, this is The Emperor's New Groove, bro. Not bad for a blind spot of mine. Time? Not too bad. I blacked out. What happened? Yeah. I bet you guys were pogging over Miss Congeniality and The Family Man. That was a nice little corridor there. That was a nice little corridor for a guy like me. Everybody expects you to get Castaway at What Women Want. Everybody expects you to get The Emperor's New Groove, but getting these two was big. Film to film. Blues Brothers. You guys ever seen the original Blues Brothers? Everyone who's seen it likes it, but it might be one of the most slept on movies of all time. Because I feel like people like don't care for Dan Aykroyd, and it's old, and people don't care for musicals. It's John Landis. Well, okay, you take the good with the bad. You take the bad with the good. You should watch The Blues Brothers, though. It's a great movie. Let's keep the discussion to Rampart. I don't want to talk about John Landis anymore. Okay, so I mean, Carrie Fisher's in this. A lot of blues artists, apparently, for some reason. John Candy's in it. Let me think. So we want to get to swanky. Want to get this? Okay, here's what I'm thinking. You start with John Candy. You take that to Home Alone. And that gets you to Catherine O'Hara, which then allows you to get the Best in Show. So now you're at an ensemble cast where it shouldn't be hard to get to Frances McDormand. One thing that I would think of on this is I want to restart. No, I'm okay. This guy, man. Yeah, that guy. That guy's in it too. I don't have anything against. And she's Ed Helms' fiance from the first Hangover movie. When they pull up to his house and say the things they're not supposed to say, man. Okay. I'm saying Bob Balaban, Budapest Hotel, and there's got to be a Frances McDormand connection here, man. Ralph Fiennes, Schindler's List. This is a little tonal whiplash. Liam Neeson, Dark Man, 1990. Frances McDormand, Nomadland, Swanky, and of course you do the Strathern exit. And then from Strathern, you don't stress too much. Maybe you just play something like Hemingway and Gellhorn. And we're trying to get to Kristen Stewart. I feel like Nicole Kidman and Kristen Stewart are really close. Molly Parker, she's Canadian, man. She was in Men with Brooms. Remember that? Paul Gross, Leslie Nielsen. You guys remember this? No? You don't remember that one. Of course not. Kristen Stewart, huh? Where the hell am I going to go with this, though? The fuck am I going to do with this, man? Now I've done it. Got myself lost in fucking CBC original movie territory. Jesus Christ, where am I? I know you, but I only know both of you from Men with Brooms, man. I mean, you could always go Leslie Nielsen, like Scary Movie 3. And then we're trying to get to a Kristen Stewart here. Kristen Stewart. Has there been a Jeremy Piven? Oh, I didn't know she was a Wahlberg. That makes perfect sense, man. I didn't know she was a Wahlberg now. Oh, to be a fly on the wall at the McCarthy-Wahlberg Thanksgiving, man. Holy cow. What do you think there? Fly on the Wahlberg. So true. Fly on the Wahlberg. Eddie Griffin. Now we're talking, bro. Eddie Griffin, of course, famously in Undercover Brother, which at some point is going to get us back to Kristen Stewart. You got Chris Kattan, takes you to Corky Romano. Corky Romano, you probably go, I would say Chris Penn, maybe. Or, no, because you could go Fred Ward, Road Trip. And you could take Road Trip to this guy who dies in episode 6 of The Expanse. Of course, you got, Ethan Suplee, who's in The Butterfly Effect, also with Amy Smart. Kind of a little bit of a road trip reunion on this one. Eric Stoltz, of course, in No, I got him confused with Craig Kilborn. Sorry, y'all. That's my bad. We're not making much progress here, I've noticed. Yeah, he didn't do too much that I've seen after The Butterfly Effect, I'm afraid. At least Jay Baruchel has been in some ensemble pictures. Like, for example, he's in Blackberry with with this guy from Archive 80. And that guy's been in some stuff. Pro ZD, of course, is in this one. This guy, he's on the Royal Canadian Air Force. I don't know if you guys... It's a very Canadian picture-to-picture today. We're trying to get to Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart, of course. We'll go Glenn Howerton, famously in Everything Must Go 2011. Let's start. Let me think for a second. I know where to go! Kristen Stewart, Underwater. TJ Miller. Deadpool. Deadpool Ryan Reynolds, or Josh Brolin. You go Rebecca Hall, Departed. She's not in that one. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Vera Farmiga. What is she's in The Town, the other Departed. With, wait, Ben Affleck, who's in Good Will Hunting. I have it. It's a horrible line. With Matt Damon, who's in Ocean's 11. With Brad Pitt, who's in Deadpool 2. With TJ Miller. They're calling it the most canceled line of all time. TJ Miller is also in Underwater with Kristen Stewart, is in Speak Time. 5 minutes, 46 seconds. Who the hell Elizabeth Perkins, bro? Have you seen how quickly they finished the dog park in Granville Park, yet they can't do a slide? You don't even want to start with me. Every time we had a play date with like parents we'd never had a play date with before this weekend, I've got like a greatest hits selection, man. I hit him with the slide. I hit him with every story I've ever told, but they were really feeling the slide one. They were really feeling the slide story. They were like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, I know. The dad ult? Well, it's just crazy, man. Is the slide not fixed yet? No, it's not going to be fixed for 5 to 15 years. When I called them and said, can we just give you money for a slide? They said that wouldn't be fair to all the parks that don't even have broken slides that could slice your fucking leg up when you go down it. You should be grateful. Not every park in Vancouver even has a slide that can kill you. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. They didn't use that exact terminology. And then I said, well, like, when is it going to be fixed? And they said, like, we have capital allocations that are on plans which are on 5 to 15 year rails. And I said, cool. Then after I hung up the phone, I said, so when my daughter's like 20, the slide will be fixed. Awesome. Fantastic. We don't know. We forgot how to build slides. I would think that you could be like, we'll knock it out this weekend. We'll knock it out this week. Hey, that seems like an easy one to fix. People are always coming to us with hard problems like, can you fix the housing crisis? You just want a slide? Let's get that knocked off the to-do list this weekend and get some free dopamine. No, we can't. We couldn't possibly, because there's and I got to talk to this person and there's no process for this and it violates the philosophy. And yes, I know common sense dictates, but the common sense bureaucracy has never met something in common sense that it couldn't just policy out. And it abhors an edge case, man. I work for local government. We have better shit to do. Sorry, if you work for the Parks Board, you don't have better shit to do than fixing the park. That's literally your job. The park has a slide with a serrated hard plastic edge on it. So if a kid goes down the slide, it could slice their fucking, I don't know what artery it is down there, like your femoral artery. And also, listen, as a titan of private industry, I won't deign to tell you how you should work in public service. That's not for me to say, okay? That being said, this is one of those things that I would think you write on the to-do list just so you can cross it off. We can't build a slide. And I'm sorry to go off on my fucking, I'll put some shit on the screen so that those of you who need Subway Surfers right now are not getting lost here, because I think this is important. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear why we can't have the shit that our grandparents had. When everything had to travel via horse and buggy, and they still had door-to-door mail service, and they were building big bridges, and they were building slides, and they were doing mega projects and stuff like that. I get that there's different constraints now, but we have like nuclear power. So if you can't figure out how to build a slide, maybe they should be building that city in the Middle East that's just one long line. I'm sure they could get a slide built there, because they've got less latitude to worry about. It's all longitude. They've simplified the situation. We need cocaine back? They got to stop drug testing the contractors, I guess is what I'm trying to say, okay? They got to stop drug testing the contractors. Or drug test them, and if they're not on coke, tell them to go home. It's a slide, man. They can't make a slide anymore. Any workshop would fix it for $100, but the city would sue them back to the Stone Age. Dude, I hate to be one of these guys. I thought I would never be one of these guys. But you know what really sent me is when Kate said she has someone in her chat who worked for the city, and they said if you really want to get it done, do it under the cover of darkness, and then the city legally has to like say that they're going to take it down because it wasn't built to their standards, and then you get the whole neighborhood to show up at City Hall and go, we need this slide. The slide beautifies and improves the neighborhood. So you gotta use the system against them. The system that they made, you gotta use it against them. And become like some kind of fucking bureaucratic Batman. That's like, well, you didn't consult Hallmark page number 17.3b. Statute 6 says if the city's gonna remove a public service, then they need to consult the citizens first. But ain't nobody got time for that except for old people. And the old people don't give a fuck about the slide. All they want is to make sure that the street parking sticks around because their garages are so fucking full of Amazon boxes that they're going to get to. It's just retirement is really busy. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. There's a lot of shit around the house that I've had to do. I haven't had time to get rid of those Amazon boxes yet. So I can't park my fucking Range Rover in my garage. Motherfucker! Just fix the slide, man! Look at the domino effect that's being caused because of this. It's insane. You know what? The only thing that could cure this is Puck Doku, man. Montreal Canadiens, 2 cup wins with different franchises. We're going to have to go back a little bit for that one. Capitals, 2 cup wins from different franchises. I got to be honest with you. I have no idea. I know a lot of Capitals who have won the cup with one franchise. Penguins is easy, man. Give me a Marian Hossa. Shit. He never won. Really? Oh, he lost both with the Penguins and the Red Wings, but he won with the Blackhawks. Okay, give me a Ron Francis. He must have won on that Carolina team. What the fuck, man? Are you fucking trolling me? Okay. Zygmunt Palffy. We at least can get a Zygmunt Palffy on the board. Capitals and Kings, no one cares. Oilers and Canadians, that's a classic. I'm a Sergei Samsonov head till the day I fucking die. Nobody cares. I'm afraid nobody cares. No, nobody really cares. Maybe Sheldon Surrey was on both of your teams. Nobody cares, man. Nobody fucking cares. Who the fuck won multiple? Patrick Waugh. Patrick Waugh definitely won Stanley Cups with 2 different teams. 45%. Motherfucker. No one else did? I'm sure there's somebody. Hockey's washed, man. Nah, did you see that Leafs game last night? Predators might be frauds. And hey, I gotta say, guy who just got the sports package so he can watch out-of-market games, that Lane Hudson kid seems pretty good. He seems like he might have the sauce, man. They're calling him the young Quinn Hughes, which is funny because I think Quinn Hughes might be like 24. He's good, man. As a Kraken fan, I'm mad about it. Yeah. I mean, I was watching the game. I was kind of like, how do you throw that one away, man? Adam Driver, character name in the title. It's Patterson. Title starts with A to H, ignore the. All right, let me. What's the Megalopolis doesn't fit, sadly. 05 to 2025. Give me a white noise pull on this one. Jennifer Garner, character name and title. I'm an Electra head when it comes to that. 05 2025, the Netflix original family film generated by AI, Yes Day. Title starts A to H, Jennifer Garner. 30? 13 going on 30, I guess, isn't in there. Joaquin Phoenix, character name in title. Walk the Line, about Johnny Walk. Character name in title. Joker Folia 2. Title starts A to H. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. 05 2025 Joaquin Phoenix. Lots of options here. Too many to count. Trying to find, you know what? Maybe like a people will not be thinking of Eddington. Yeah, I mean 4% is probably around the average given how many movies he's been in this period, but Jennifer Garner, A to H. She's in The Invention of Lying. She's in 13 Going on 30. She's in Deadpool versus Wolverine. And title starts A to H, Adam Driver. The Dead Don't Die. Not a hard grid today. Let's see how we rank. She is? Yeah. I haven't seen it, but of course she is. I forgot about J. Edgar. Scott, fuck you, man. Okay, now that's a crazy pull. 9 Lives, the Kevin Spacey cat movie, that is a crazy pull. Who we got here? I see Kevin Spacey, Jennifer Garner. That's obviously Christopher Walken. Who else is the? Oh, Mrs. RFK Jr., Your Majesty. I didn't know Cheryl Hines was in this. I didn't know it was a political movie. I don't know who you are. You look like you might be Frank Grillo. Forgot about the Mr. Magoo movie as well. Fuck you, Larry. That's a great Susie impression. Don't say 9 Lives is about the witnesses from Kevin Spacey's trials, okay? You're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble because I can't not read it out loud. I can't not read that out loud. It's really funny. I got to give you some credit. Yeah, it's a Zugzwang. You put me in a Zugzwang. Morty? Fuck you, Larry. Steve Reservation when Chris Walken walks in. Pro tip, by the way. I used Open Table to make a reservation for Thanksgiving. There were 5 people for the reservation. So I said table for 5, and they say, oh, if you need more than a table for 4, you have to call us. And I said, cool, table for 4. And then when we walked in, I said, hey, I have a reservation for 6 for Ryan. And they were like, 4 people, right? And I was like, yeah, but we actually have 5. Is that okay? And she went, no problem. I'm not going to be part of your system. I took it and threw it on the ground, okay? You must think I'm a joke.
Do vary, a adverb meaning to a high degree, exceedingly. Do vary, a adverb meaning to a high degree, exceedingly.
So it's vary. I don't know what's going on with doot. It's just vary. What if it is a problem? It's literally that's what they get paid the big bucks for. To figure out if they can source another chair from somewhere that my 5-year-old can sit on. She ain't that big. It's Nardwuar spell check. Do it, Barry.
Prepare. A verb meaning to make ready. Dilly-dally. A verb meaning to waste time by.
Okay, that would have pissed me off if that shit was like hyphenated.
Scold. A verb meaning.
But we get there.
Freight. A noun meaning the.
I haven't typed the word freight in that might be the first time I've ever typed the word freight in my entire life, which is insane. With God as it's possible I've typed it before. And I'm sure I've written it before, but I don't think I've typed freight in my whole life.
Opalescence. An adjective meaning reflecting an.
Easy.
Substitute. A noun meaning.
At least I'll get my washing done.
Peony. A noun meaning.
Shay.
Comparison. A noun
meaning. Oh,
you
mean you're talking about the theft of joy.
Philharmonic. A noun meaning symphony orchestra.
Okay, next.
Necromancer. A noun meaning conjuration of the spirits of the dead for purposes of.
They tried to ruin me.
Oolite. A noun meaning a rock consisting of small round grains, usually of calcium carbonate cemented together. The word originates from the French oulai,
What else could it be? What else could it be than double O?
cornichon, a noun meaning a sour gherkin.
When your sandwich has a pickle, but it's going to cost you 18 bucks?
Appropriate, a adjective meaning especially. Geiger, a noun.
Cinema. Absolute cinema. But that was maybe like the easiest spell check we've ever had. The only word that I didn't know was oolite, which is usually there's like 3 or 4 words that I don't know. Dilly Dally it's a little bit of a, I mean, it's an off-speed pitch, don't get me wrong, but you didn't think they would just be throwing you meatballs up there, right? Did you, Anon? This seems like an easy one for me. Meat with sauce is a very powerful genre in the Scrandle type games. So we're gonna go with Ostropel. Jatguksu versus cookies. Noodle soups do really well. Noodle soups do well. It's a cold soup. That might throw people. What are you? You're deep fried. Brother, I think you gotta go. It's a deep fried treat. You got it. That was really close. I'll take it. Ravioli is going to be one of the top foods on the planet, without a doubt. Uka is a fish soup. People really don't like the fish with the skin on. I don't care at all. Oh, I haven't had perch in so long, man. That shit looks good as fuck. But noodles kind of clear. Vibrant noodles, yeah, noodles are going to clear. 44%, you babies! Female bacon is really good. It's going to be hard to compete with Spanish food that has meat. Never mind, it's easy. All dressed chips are delicious. And I think we're past the point where they're slept on. They're like, the secret's out. But fricadelle is very popular. I got to go with you know what? Fair enough, man. What the hell is this? Fricandel? I can't eat the sausage stuffed with onions, topped with ketchup and mayonnaise, man. I gotta go with the Paris buns on that one. Bouillabaisse, perhaps the worst picture of anything I've ever seen in my life. There's a carp's head just sitting there. But, I mean, this looks like stewed spinach or something. Dried taro leaves, that makes sense. But like, I'm relying on the fact that people have had bouillabaisse before and know that it's great. 49% they did a homicide with the bouillabaisse picture, man. Bouillabaisse is like, it's a top 5 soup. It's got to be sauerbraten. Comes down to how you feel about hard-boiled eggs. Bell peppers, tomatoes, onions till charred, skin is removed, everything's chopped and screwed. Versus beef shank or brisket. I gotta go with the wet beef, man. That was a tougher one today. There were lots of like coin flips. Potatoes. It looks very. Well, I was gonna say it looks European, but this actually, the olives make it look more North African. Mashed potatoes during the month of Ramadan. It's eaten in the evening meals. Tunisia. Borders to the west. Algeria. I would yum that. That looks pretty good. Is this just like is this an Algerian croquette? Fuck you. This can't not be France. I don't even need to read it. It has to be France. Would I yum it? Fuck it, why not? You only live once. Melon liqueur, orange liqueur, lemon juice, maraschino cherry. I mean, this looks fucked up, but I gotta say it's Italy, despite how it looks. Ice cold! Australia? That would explain it. A Japanese slipper! When it looks like you know when you watch a science fiction movie and they're in like a space bar and they're eating some weird shit and they're drinking some weird shit, but it's still out of like Earth glasses? That's Australia, man. That's what I should know that is Australia in this game. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm not gonna virtue signal. Because I'm better than the average person that plays this game. I'm not gonna go, I don't drink alcohol, so I wouldn't drink this. I bet it's yum, okay? I bet it's yum. We crushed the average. You don't even need to see. 14,000 to 11.4. It's not goo. It's not viscous enough to be goo. Or is it too viscous? I never know how viscosity works, to be honest with you. Melon liqueur goes hard. Okay, just shut up. Sorry to be rude, but like you can't be typing some shit like melon liqueur goes hard. That's insane. That's like what Zach Braff drinks in Scrubs, all right? Midori is really good. Okay, you can say that. You can say Midori is really good. You can't say melon liqueur goes hard, okay? Now, this is an abomination, and this actually looks like food that an adult human could eat. So we're going to definitely go on the right with this one. We had this before, right? And like, I think this hot dog looks awesome. And I think that this pie looks like it's made out of the plate. I gotta go. Okay, good. We're back. We're back in a normal society. There's no way. I don't care about the price. There's no way this steak sandwich does not beat this like immolated baguette. You can virtue signal about the price all you want, but it's just not going to happen. Chinese box, just horrific. 3 microwaved pre-cooked chicken tenders, spring rolls that look like they were steamed, and then I got nothing against the chicken balls. Okay, who knows what's going on in there? It's got to be the salt and pepper chicken, man. Chicken curry and chips versus the hot dog looks bad. It will be Scrandle users don't detest anything like a hot dog that doesn't look like the emoji of a hot dog. See, like this looks like fucking garbage. This just looks a little weird. Like it looks like it has a fucking collar on it or whatever. I still think that's okay. Never mind. That's why you can't let yourself fall victim to rules of thumb. This one I'm gonna try not to get pissed off by. As a Canadian, I can't pull myself into the American or UK mindset and look at this and be like, wow, that looks disgusting. Because I know that it's not disgusting. Carne asada fries are also good. So what would I think about this? Here's what I would think. I think the poutine looks better. I think that the poutine is half the price. This one comes with a bowl. Okay, if you want to buy all of your flatware at the Los Angeles Football Club games, by all means, I bought plates and bowls when I moved into my house, so I guess I'm built a little different. So like the bowl, I actually almost consider the bowl to be a net drag on my enjoyment of this, because now I got to carry around this bowl. And I am not hey, honey, we got company coming over. Break out the Los Angeles Football Club carne asada fries bowl. Like, but I still think it's going to win just because there's beef in it. Yeah, okay. Good. And that's fucked up because that poutine looks really good. I'm going to go with 5 sugar donuts versus the Flash eating a pie. And then chicken wings, I got to level with you. For all the gross food in this game that I tell you I would not eat, hot chocolate brownie covered in Biscoff, I would eat. Now I got to think here for a second, because there's an anti-dessert bias. If I may say so, I don't mind the deep fried chicken wing. I don't think these look that good. I think I would eat them, but I don't think they look that good. I think this looks awesome. Okay. I trusted my gut with that one. Pun intended. This is impossible to evaluate. I do feel that in Scrandle, there's a negative bias towards sausages that are not in buns. And there's also a negative bias towards sausages that are in buns, but the bun isn't the perfect size. And I think there's a positive bias towards beer. Is that enough to overcome the price difference? I'm going to say yes. And I was wrong. I can't vote for the ice cream sandwich and white bread. I don't care if it is 45 pence. I gotta go with that. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's free? Yeah, but I don't want it. I would rather pay money for something I want than get something I don't want for free. That's true. You could just get both. Kardemili is one of the prettier beach towns in what country? Greece. Just a guess, literally just a guess. In the 1954 Cahiers de Cinema article, Francois Truffaut coined the term politique du. What word for a certain kind of filmmaker? Documentarian? Truffaut named 8 dudes who put their own personal stamp on their films in developing what alphabetically advantaged director-centric production model? Auteur? Makes sense. What snack brand was introduced near Niagara Falls in 1902, the early heyday of electricity? It's going to be like a word play with something electric. Snack brand. Cheesies. Frito-Lays. Fritos. Funyuns. It's Funyuns. They kind of look like they got zapped. What weird Webby cracker was probably named for the fact that it was the first one baked electrically? Weird Webby cracker. Wheat Thins? Sky Flakes? I'm trying to think of what Webby... what pointy Mondelez choking hazard is named for being an electricity biscuit? Triscuit? I get that it's like circuit. I'm kind of mad about it. But also like I don't know if I would consider it. Okay, thank you for saying it's the same hint 3 times. Every single hint was like, do you get it? It's about electricity. And then also, I don't think a Triscuit is Webby. Webby is a fucked up word to describe a Triscuit. Now, is it if you had to choose, is it Webby or not Webby? It's more Webby than not Webby. But would Webby be the highest word in the word cloud for how to describe a Triscuit? No, it would be latticed or quilted or woven or something like that. Weaved, something, or did like fibrous, you know? That's like Webby is messed up. Flaky, crumbly, something like that. And then how is it, okay, it's not, it's not that it's not pointy. But it's like, if you're trying to specifically describe something, you can't use such a generalized term. Like 80% of snack crackers are square or triangular, man. So pointy is not helping you. And choking hazard, how is it a choking hazard specifically? If it's a choking hazard, then all square foods are choking hazards. These are horrible clues. It's big and dry? Okay, so are stoned wheat thins, saltines, bacon dippers, Cheez-Its, cheese nips, cheese bits, not so much because those are cylindrical, but you get vegetable thins. You get the idea, right? They're in a lull of hints, is all I'm going to say. And this is ignoring the broader macro problem here, which is that every single clue is like what cracker was named after electricity. That, for one clue, that's tough. That seems fair. This one should say, isn't it fucked up that this snack has 110 calories in 3 crackers? That's what it should say. Who the fuck told Nabisco that you could make the serving size of Triscuits 3 to 4 Triscuits, you fuckers? That's not a serving. School Nights was a not especially successful 2017 EP by what Missouri native? Same local pub, big stupid. Oh, it's Chapel Roan, the Cheese Coney Club. All bad okay, please keep your judgments out of this. Bad TikTok/YouTube parodies of what 2024 hit. We know that one. A cloud seed is also known as a CCN, or cloud condensation nodule. Distinct from a eukaryote nucleus. Okay, sure. That's 5th grade biology, but definitely university level cloud seeding. Thoughts on Seth Rogen's Skip the Dishes ad? No, it doesn't put him in Ryan Reynolds territory, but it does. It has put a dent in his reputation, as far as I'm concerned. I'm trying to be not disingenuous about it, and I'm a big Seth Rogen head. Now, there's a couple of things I would say, okay, and this is not to defend Seth Rogen. Food delivery ad, not good, contributes to overexposed, not as bankrupt as doing a gambling ad. So he's not in the John Hamm category. He's not in the Jamie Foxx category for me. But I do understand that I would say his stock takes a little hit off of that. But I'm still going to be holding because it pays dividends. It's a dividend aristocrat. Studio was garbage and only won because of how many celebrities they brought in for it. Here we go. It's time to play. Do critics really love movies and TV shows about Los Angeles, or is a random person on the internet just experiencing a psychotic break? We did it 10 years ago with La La Land. Let's spin it back up. I'm sure we kept the arguments under the heating lamps. And/or best show of the year. Here we go. I haven't seen either of them. I just let them fight. I'm like Master Chief crouched behind a stanchion, watching the Flood and the Covenant go at it in Assault on the Control Room. And I'm having a great time. Throwing plasma grenades into the melee and watching the physics do their magic. Fuck that Trisket clue, man. Sort these countries by their population density, starting with the most. And I fucking hate LA, just for the record. I fucking hate LA. And you might be like, that's not fair. That's just because you hate California. No, that should make Angelinos feel even worse. I love California. Love San Francisco, San Diego, even San Jose. I'm just not fucking with LA, honestly. Just not fucking with it. But La La Land is really good. Now, I don't know about the studio. I haven't seen the studio, but I do like Seth Rogen, minus Sausage Party and the Skip the Dishes ads. Name another LA city. Just to be fair, why would I ever go, another California city? Why would I ever go to another Californian city? Like I could sit here and say, oh, Salinas. You tried to nut check me and I beat you, but I'm a fucking tourist. Why are people always like, why does nobody come to nobody comes to Central California? Nobody, except for Humboldt County, to grow weed illegally in the forest. That's because you don't have fucking Disneyland in Central California, bro. What do you think? Of course, people from other countries are not traveling to Sacramento. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Just own the fact that your state rules, okay? Nobody ever comes to Rancho Cucamonga. Why does everyone always goes to LA, everyone always goes to San Francisco. Yeah, bro. So do you after you graduate, right? Anyway, sort these countries by their population density. This one's tough. This one's a little tricky. We know for sure that the US and Brazil are going to be down here, and Singapore is going to be quite high. It's crazy to say. I feel like Vatican City okay, let's start there. I feel like Vatican City is like it's very small, but I think doesn't it have like 100 people that live there? Aren't the only residents in Vatican City like the Cardinals and the Swiss Guard? And then Isabella Rossellini? So I get that it's like a square kilometer. But if there's 1,000 people per square kilometer, Singapore is going to clear. It might even. No, it's hard to believe that Japan would clear that. I'm gonna hold it right there. Oh! Mogged. Did you hit the PS5 again? That was my trash can, actually. What's the difference? Difference, my trash can's got some games. I threw out a bunch of... I didn't throw out any video games lately. I was just trying to make you mad. Just saying I threw some hard copy video games in the trash. Which diversified less between 2010 and 2020? Maryland or Southern Arizona? I have no idea. I have no idea. Maryland's. I have no idea. I don't. Which has more people with a vision disability? Nuevo Laredo? Higher percentage of people with long commutes. I gotta say Ohio. Never mind. Higher percentage of people who are low income. I would think Nova Scotia. And a higher percentage of workers employed in administrative and office roles. I would think, is Baltimore the capital of Maryland? I don't know. I'm just going to go here anyway. Whatever. It is Annapolis is? The James Franco movie from 2005, Annapolis? That doesn't seem right, man. Anomalisa? The Charlie Kaufman puppet movie? The Charlie Kaufman hentai film? 1970s English language films about water scarcity. 2010s English language films. This is Mad Max. I don't know, in my head, I was trying to concoct a way where somehow Waterworld was Australian and from the 70s, the 80s, and the 2010s, which is obviously not. 20th century African-American sportswomen, 21st century American sportswomen, women who were born in 1977 and are thus 48 years old. They're women boxers. Okay, are you Layla Ali? Yes! I thought we take those! We fucking take those. That's huge. How does he know? How could you not know, man? How could you not know? She taught Muhammad Ali how to box. 14th century Christian mystics. Oh, fuck. 14th century philosophers. 1380 deaths. Medieval letter writers. I guess it's probably a pretty small category. Stigmatics. You're a saint. You're a Dominican saint of medieval Italy. So I'm going to say you're Santa Maria. That's Catherine of Siena, bro. That's not stigmata. How many people typed Thomas Aquinas, bro? Was he a 14th century Italian woman writer? It does look like a marginal disc. 1990s American science fiction TV ran from 1990 to 1998. Fictional space station, television by Warner Brothers, adapted into comics, adapted into novels, serial drama, space adventure. Okay. Trying to think of what was on 90 to 98. You would think maybe Star Trek The Next Generation. Is that a Warner Brothers picture? I have no idea. But the timing seems right for 90 to 98. Or 93 to 98? Maybe it wasn't on that short. Maybe it was on longer than that. I'm trying to think of what else it could even be. It was like Babylon 5. I feel like Deep Space Nine and Voyager were like after. I'm gonna try Star Trek The Next Generation. It's fucking Babylon 5. Fuck. 18th century American clergy, abolitionists from Rhode Island. Historical figures with ambiguous or disputed gender identity. I have absolutely no idea. Public universal friend? Never heard of them in my life, to be honest with you. They're the GOAT? After suffering a severe illness in 1776, the friend claimed to have died and been reanimated as a genderless evangelist named the Public Universal Friend. Okay, that's fucking cool. That's actually fucking sick to be pulling that shit in 1776. That's crazy. 20th Century Fox films that are 1965 musicals about Catholic nuns. That's The Sound of Music. Maybe? Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Fictional companies? That's Acme, bro. 20th century American composers, 21st century singer-songwriters, born 33, died 2006. I feel like it's a funk keyboardist. I feel like, is this James Brown? Seeing a lot of stuff in here that could indicate that it's James Brown. Yeah. A lot of stuff in here. Did he die? I remember him dying, but I didn't have a real life event to tether it to. So I was a little sus. Not that he died, I believed that, but 1902 establishments in the Russian Empire, 1925 establishments, 1992 establishments, government-owned companies of Russia, mass media companies established in 1902, news agencies in Russia, state media. I have no idea. It's so it could be RT. But I didn't know RT was state-owned, even though that would make sense. Or would it? I don't know. I don't know if RT is a Soviet propaganda organization, man. The Kremlin? Is it just the Kremlin? I feel like whenever they talk about some propaganda in the Cold War, they're like, the Kremlin is saying. I don't think the Kremlin's a company. It's TASS. I had no idea. I thought that was the robot from Interstellar, man. I had no clue. Child characters in film. It's Hermione Granger. You scored 6 today. I had a feel, because this poll, the Layla Ali poll, I knew that was going to put us a little bit above the average for sure. Catherine of Siena, TASS, those are tough. Thought TASS was the fella doing all those Mario speed runs. So true. This TASS, the speed runner? Taz, the dude always going crazy in Tasmania? He's always going blah, 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 and then turning himself into a tornado. He's moving so damn fast. I know I've been saying this a lot, but you don't see Taz as much as you used to see him, man. Mid-90s, you were seeing Taz everywhere. Taz, and the other thing is Charlotte Hornets merch. Even in Canada in like 1996, you would see some Charlotte Hornets merch, but you don't see it anymore, and they're still in the league. That's a sad story. Okay, so obviously it's past 180, which would be overpowered if you could do it in darts. What's that? I think that's like a 34-degree angle. That's a 214. It's a 222. 224? 225? This fucking game, man. This fucking game. Stupid fucking game. Yeah, whatever happened to Angry Tweety Bird? Used to see Sylvester all the time, too. I don't know, maybe like Looney Tunes fell off a little bit. But then on top of that, most of this shit, I'm pretty sure, was bought at Paramount Canada's Wonderland. And then they lost, like, the Paramount license, right? Oh, come on. That's the same shot. Huge shot. We're pogging. Absolutely beautiful. Remember all the Domo merch? I do remember the Domo merch. You've awakened like an ancient part of my brain has been slumbering. I forgot about the Domo merch, man. Insane shot. I think we should try. Oh, that's exactly what I want. I just didn't have enough gusto. I'll live with that. It's a good try. Ah, eep. That one's automatic. This one is a tough shot, though. Just got to tap it in. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Fuck you. I'm not going to say it's a perfect performance here, but that was pretty good. Top 11%, still pretty good. What did your social sphere look like in high school? Had a pretty eclectic table. I had a standard kind of like, you know, in Goodfellas where Henry Hill walks in through the back of the restaurant and he's like shaking hands with all the chefs and stuff like that, and then he's putting like $100 bills in everybody's pocket. It was like nothing like that, but we did have a table where like it was probably me and like 5 to 8 other people would sit. Mouth was one of them. We had routine friends. And what was the go-to? We played a lot of euchre for sure. Played a lot of euchre back in the day. At least you were at a table. Yeah. I was not eating in the stall. Wasn't quite. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I was Mr. Popular. I was just like a normal guy. I wasn't eating with the teacher, and I wasn't eating with the stall. What number were you on the social ladder? Middle quartile, maybe because I was making fun of other people. I'm probably being made fun of a little bit, but my making fun of versus being made fun of balance was definitely in the positive. Like my Corsi 4 was pretty good. Mouth was higher on the social ladder. I'm not even going to deny. I don't know if he was in a higher division or if he was just closer to the top of the division that we were both in, but he was a little higher on the social ladder. Yeah, for sure. No doubt about it. Ball me? What does that mean? We're on Minute Cryptic. Oh, you want to see Ball X Pit? Well, unfortunately, volatile element or source of vitamin C. Okay, I think I can do this. I can do this. I think this is going to be acid. I think that's going to say acid. Oh, no, or it's going to be like lemon, lemon something. Because I feel like I see lemon here, and I know that seems fucking insane. But vitamin C, or it could be citron, no, lemon tart, lemon cake. Okay, and C is a fucking Roman numeral, which means 100. Volatile is good. We're going to rearrange letters, okay? I believe that. Anagram indicator. And then fodder, element or lemon. Lemon. We have E, T, lemon tree. Lemon tree. Yes. The voices are speaking to me, man. And they're telling me the truth. Is lemon tree my dear Watson? That's what it's all about, man. Now, this one, I don't know right off the bat. Sure, he lost his best friend, his mom, and his stepdad, but he also got back with his girlfriend, so it was all worth it. Let me see a 4-star review with a heart. Really enjoyed this. My second favorite from the trilogy. This is Shaun of the Dead. Second favorite of the trilogy. Comedy, overall setting and plot as a comfort watch. Nick Frost dies, his mom and his stepdad get bit by zombies. It's Shaun of the Dead too. I'm fucking crazy! I'm fucking insane at deriving a movie from context clues, bro. I'm high on my own supply. This had its moments, but dear Lord, I hate British humor. Hey, Stacey B, fuck you. You can't do that. That's just a nice... This is not a review. This is bait. I hate... One of the funniest British movies of all time. I hate British humor, 2.5. I'm going... Is this clickable link? I was going to audit your whole fucking profile. If I see some shit like it ends with us in your top 4, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah, I'm a Hot Fuzz #1 guy. I mean, I think I have the same... I have the modal ranking. Hot Fuzz is #1. Shaun of the Dead, just barely below it. And then The World's End, markedly below it, but still pretty good. See, this shit, I'm not a big fan of #1 Gizmo fan. The fact that the brutal murdering of that old man was in sync with Don't Stop Me Now by Queen is utterly breathtaking, truly masterful work. You can be replaced by ChatGPT, and I won't mind. Everybody else, steal yourselves. We're gonna send #1 Gizmo fan into the OpenAI reactor first and see what happens. You're breathtaking! I forgot to reply with you're breathtaking. You're breathtaking!